Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to Deep Fit. You are in day 6. We're back to legs and core for today. I have a box and a set of 25-pound dumbbells. We're actually only going to be using the dumbbells, or I am, for one exercise. And everything else will be body weight. If you don't have a box or that doesn't work very well for your body and what your goals are. I'm going to give us some alternates here very soon. So for now, go ahead and just stand at the back of your mat and hinge over your legs. Grab your elbows and let your body kind of just bounce up and down. Take a few deep breaths. Little bit of extra pull on those legs as you bounce down, and then a release and relief as you pop back up. Okay, stop your bounce and add in a little swing side to side. Getting a little bit deeper into the low back. Just notice what's going on there. And then stop that. If you can, plant your hands onto the ground. Otherwise, maybe put a weight in front of you so that you can bring the floor up to you. Bend your right knee and then bend your left. Bend your right and bend your left. Good. And then take a deep inhale. We're going to come all the way up. Grab your right hand, pull to the Well, if you grab your right hand, pull to the left. If you grab your left hand, pull to the right. And then the other side. All right. Hinge back over the legs, and we're going to walk ourselves out into hands and knees. We're going to go through a couple cat-cow. Start kind of mellow here, slowly warming up the back. Depending on what time of day you're working out, it does take a little bit of time if you're earlier in the morning to get the discs a little bit more hydrated. They start a little rigid and dehydrated. So movement helps add into their preparedness to get going. Slide the shoulder blades down and then round. Go ahead and work with your breath. Good. Start deepening your push and pull, putting a little bit more emphasis on the grab through the abdomen as you round, and sliding the shoulder blades down as you open. Okay, level off. Just come to a neutral spine. Let your hips hinge to the right and hinge to the left. Hinging right and hinging left. All right, we're going to warm up our hips, and then I'll give you alternates for the box, and then we'll get going. So just stay on your hands and knees, and you're going to take your right leg, kick it up, and then you're going to open the knee out, bring the knee up towards your armpit, and then slide back down and around. So we're trying to get lots and lots of opening and range of motion in through our hip joint. So that means that we need to keep our back and pelvis pretty stable. It's not really about how wide or big you can go, but it's how wide or big you can go without moving your pelvis. One more on this side, and then we'll go to the other side. Pop that leg up, slide around, pop it up, and slide around. Lock in through the core so that we can try our best to keep the pelvis stable and still, and then rotate around. Perfect. Okay, widen out those knees, sit back in that child's pose. Just let those hips get a little bit more open. Okay, so our first exercise is going to be a step up. I'm actually going to go on a lower box today. I'm just feeling like my hips and joints need a little TLC. So if you don't have a box, and that's where I'm going to be using weight. So that's going to be my only weighted move today is a step up. If you don't have a box, I'm going to have you do a single leg deadlift. So you'll set up your one leg, hold your bells in both hands, and you're just going to hinge forward and come back up. So we want to focus on some balance and flexion into that glute and hamstring. After that, on the box, we're going to do a pistol sit. So if you're familiar with a pistol squat, you have one leg that extends out, and I'm going to do this unweighted, and this is something we're probably going to start bringing in a lot. I am not very good at it, and I think it will be good to get better. So you're going to stick one leg out, see if you can sit down, grab a kitchen table chair or something else, sit on something else sturdy, and then push up from there. So we're going to be hitting up 10 per side. If you don't have a box or chair or something sturdy enough, I'll have you do your Patrick step. So you'll hit one leg out and then just try to drop that other leg as low and deep as possible. You can probably go weighted if that's what your choice is. Then we're going to do 10 plank steps. So my feet will be up on the box and I'm going to be stepping off and on, 10 per side. If you don't have the box, then just don't use the box. Plank up, step out to the side, and just get that leg going while also contracting and flexing through the core. After that, we're going to do a depth jump. Okay, so we'll be up on the box and we'll stick one leg off and we'll drop into a jump. So it's super important to keep our contraction and the ability to stop an acceleration as we age. So we are going to be focused on that. That's the whole point of the depth jump. If you don't have a box, then you're just going to try to do a single leg hop. Okay, so you'll hop forward and then you can get yourself set. One leg, hop forward, get yourself set. Next up, we have a box jump. If you don't have your box, then you're going to do a broad jump. So you'll sink into your squat and jump yourself forward as far as you can. So again, we want to try to get that deceleration. So you have that momentum going and you're catching it with the legs. And then we're going to finish up with a Ticktock plank and go back to the top. All right. So grab your weights if you're using them. Open the chest, strengthen through the upper back. Your one foot's going to hit on to the box and you're going to press 10. Be in control of both directions. It's not really about how fast we're moving, but it's getting that leg to contract. I really want to work and focus on my hamstrings. But of course, that glute is staying strong and solid. 8, lining your knee and toe. Make sure you're not throwing the weights forward. 10, to help you get up on top of the box. Open chest, flex upper back. See if you can keep your pelvis stable. 8, 9, 10. All right, now we're going to get that pistol sit, or you can do your Patrick step. One leg is going to hold out nice and straight, still lining your knee and toe. The lower the box, harder it's going to be. Whew. 3, 4. I guess if you can pistol squat, go for it. I'm sure some of you out there can. 6, 7, and if getting up off the box or your chair with the leg up is too difficult, drop with one leg and then stand up with both. One more. Development here. Whew. Okay, other side. Finding new challenges. The body ends up adapting to things we put it through all the time. Hopefully we're master squatters and lungers by now. So we've got to find new ways to push our limits, to keep plasticity, making sure we age well. 7, think about what you're using Try not to just get the move done. 8, 9, feel that quad. Holding the leg up, 2, 10. Ooh, lots going on. Okay, we're going to get that plank step. So plank up, or just stay on the ground, or feet on the box. Make sure your shoulders are over the wrist. We're going to do all 10 on one side, then all 10 on the other. Don't rush. 5, and 10. Other side. Chest pulls between those thumbs. See if you can keep your pelvis still and stable. 9 and 10. Perfect. All right, so we're back into development. Grabbing that depth jump. One leg steps off, land down. We'll go all 10 on the one side, and then all 10 on the other. So remember, if you're not doing the jump off the box, you're going to jump single-legged. This is good. Keep the joints healthy, happy. One of these days, if we trip on the curb or the stairs or whatever, we'll be more able and set up to handle that drop. One more. So you're using flexion through the thighs to absorb your drop. Number 1 on our new leg, knees and toes are still lining up. 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. All right, now we get our box jump. Remember, you're going to broad jump. If you don't have your box, I am going to have us jump on the box and off. So again, we're trying to get that deceleration, absorption of the drop. 7, 8, 10. Okay, we'll get our Ticktock planks, and then we'll be back at the top. Set up on your elbows. If you don't Ticktock, just hold your plank, or you can go hands and knees and just pull shoulder and hip together, trying to get into your obliques. And 10. Perfect. All right, give yourself a little second, and then let's hit that next set. Set 2. Shoulders back and down. If you remember which leg you started on last time, start with your second leg this time. So if you're not box stepping, you're doing your single leg deadlift. We've been doing a lot of those, so we had to develop new side. Develop those single leg deadlifts, building balance and flexion. And now we get a new type of development. Our pistol sits, And our drop, our depth jumps. 8, 10. All right. Now we get that pistol sit. 1. These single side moves can really tell which side is a little stronger. Always keeping the core involved. 8, 9, 10. Trying not to plop too forcefully. 1, 2, 5. Can you keep your knee and toe lined up? 9, and 10. Whew, body weight is quite enough on that one. All right, plank with your toe tap. Not rushing. Make sure your butt is not poking up into the air. You have that long line. 10. Feeling the core. And then my quad for sure on my stabilized leg. 7. 10. All right, here we go. Depth jumps. Step off, or you're doing your single side hop. See how far you can get in your jump. Stay safe, but see how far. So even more than strength, as we age, we lose speed and reactivity. So here we go. This is a reactivity move. 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 'Move at the pace you feel comfortable with. Almost didn't make it up on my box there. Feel how the core is involved. Those thighs. 8, 9. Hopefully you can land with your toes straight ahead. Okay, box jumps or your broad jumps. Trying to land nice and light. 10. And then we'll get our TikToks. Shoulders are up over those forearms. Ten. All right. Take a little yogi squat, and then we're going to get that final set. Set 3, the money maker, but it really doesn't matter how many sets. It's always the last set. It's the money maker. Whew. All right. Back at it. Last set. Always the best. Put it all where you can. Finding a little more flexion, a little more intensity, a little more heat. 9, 10. 2, 3. Check in with your upper back, your core. Keep that posture. 7, 8. 10. All right. Pistol sits. Lining up that knee and toe. Make sure as you sit and lift, the knee is tracking over the toe. It likes to fall in, especially my right side. That's going to cause problems later in the knee. So keep track of that. 7, 8, 9, 10. See what happens when I don't throw my arms. Hard to get up. 3, 4, 5. Have fun with yourself. Not working toward perfection. Just appreciation for the process. Development. Pushing ourselves into something new. 9, 10. That was quite a plop. All right, here we go. Depth jump. Landing as light as possible. Oh, I forgot our plank. That's okay. We'll do it after these guys. Keep charge of that core. Can't tell you how big of a deal it is to keep that core super involved, making sure that you're supporting impact using your muscular system, intercostal muscles, last one on this side, as opposed to putting impact on your back. 2, 4, 9, those knees and toes. 9, 10. Okay, now we'll plank tap. I apologize for forgetting. 10, 9, 8. Keep it nice and slow. If you want to rush and get it done, you're doing it right. 3, 2, and 1. Feel the core, feel the glute on that moving leg, quad on the supporting leg. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, now we'll get our box jumps or your broad jumps. Ticktock planks. Tuck it in. Feel your core. Obliques. Grab side to side. Pulling the hips back up and rotating over. 8, 9, 10. Woo! Nice job. All right, go ahead and open your knees pretty wide and keep your feet wide with the knees. We're going to hit our frog stretch. Open those hips just a bit. If it's too intense, walk your arms forward. It'll be a little less stretch, a little less intensity on the stretch. Nice work. All right. Push yourself up. Walk those feet in. Keep your left knee under your hip. Tuck your pelvis back like you're trying to dip your water out the backside of the pelvis. Slide forward. So if you think of the pelvis as a bucket of water, and you always want to try your best to keep that bucket that's filled right to the brim from tipping. You don't want to lose any water forward or back. So right now, though, a little bit of a splash out the back is kind of what we're going for, because that's going to give us a better hip flexor stretch. Pull that left hip forward just a little more. Oh, perfect. All right. Lift your front toes. Level off your hips and then reach your chest toward those toes. A lot more legs in this series, a lot of core, and we're throwing in more cardio. Some interval days, some just pace days. So trying to get a good variety for overall health. Okay, let's go ahead and switch to the other side, and then we'll get our figure 4 stretch from our backs. Okay, so here we go. Tuck the hips. You're tipping the water out the back just a bit again. Slide forward. Reach up and out. So you should feel this stretch through the hip flexor and then all the way through those lats. I hope you're hitting your extras. Don't feel like you have to hit everything all at once. Week by week, start nailing them. Start making them habit. You don't really have to think about it anymore. Right along with going to bed or brushing your teeth. All right, lie on your back. Oh, wait. We got to get our hamstring. Getting excited. Toes are up. Pull your chest forward. Get that hamstring. Remember to level off your hips. It's just crazy how much breath work and just stopping, noticing, nature or breath or whatever for 2 to 5 minutes twice a day can change so much of your nervous system. It can really help encourage your parasympathetic nervous system. Can get your figure 4 to support you. It's not just in the meditation communities. They're doing quite a lot of science with it, and it's pretty incredible. You can link your walks with meditation and breath. It's just finding focus on one thing that you don't have to make a decision on, right? So it's giving your brain a little break. It's giving that nervous system a little break. Drop your left foot, keep everything crossed. Make sure that your left foot is right in line with your left hip, and then rotate out. It's really sad in society and culture. We're valued, or we feel special, or we feel badass when we have a completely chock-full schedule, running around like a chicken with our head cut off. But later in life, they're starting to recognize and realize and prove it's not worth it. You're setting up a negative pattern and a negative cycle for your kids. If you have kids, makes your dogs and animals go crazy. Everyone around you can sense your stress levels, even if you can't. Okay, roll in, switch to the other side. I consider myself a pretty non-stressed person, but when I stop and kind of start breathing, I can see where I've been holding tension and I didn't even realize it. So it's been a really healthy and eye-opening practice for me. It's kind of crazy. As much as I'm in my body, I don't notice sometimes tensions. I like to ignore them. So last night, I actually noticed my hips felt really tight. I was holding a lot of tension there. So I decided today to turn my box a little lower, give back to myself a little more. Drop your foot, open your arms, rotate out. So if you're coming into a workout already stressed and then you add more stress, it's actually not super helpful. You still want to work out, you still want to move, but feel free to adjust based on your level of need, how you're coming in. Take a couple deep breaths here. There's also millions of different types. I don't know if there's really millions, but it feels like there's millions of different types of breath. But I've decided that whatever I feel like for the day and whatever works well for me is somewhere in the list. All right, go ahead and roll in. Bring your body up. We're going to hit up a quick butterfly stretch. Take 2 deep breaths, really deep in through the nose. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale through your mouth and round. One more. Inhale up. And exhale round. Perfect. All right. Way to hit up another day. And I'll see you again very soon.